One of the technological developments in the field of science is the fact that now parents can discover different genetic problems and warnings before the baby comes to life, before the birth. But this causes, and this brings up different halachic questions.
That is exactly correct. Probably one of the most exciting areas is all of the work being done in genetics on several levels. First of all, that we can now discover many more genetic problems, and therefore we have much greater range of questions that arise, and also we have much more solutions. And maybe in the past, when a couple had a genetic problem, what they could do is they could either not have children, or they could get into very complex questions about terminating pregnancy. Today, that we know pre-hand that there are genetic problems, we can do some exciting treatments, such as something called pre-implantation genetic diagnosis, a long word, but we call it PGD for short, which really means that we take an egg, we take a fertilized egg, and we take out a cell, and we can see all of the genetic makeup of that potential child, what will become a child. And then we can splice it, so we can see if there's a genetic problem in a specific area. We can then decide not to put back that particular infected embryo. And so over time, we will probably come to a situation where we'll have many, many less genetic problems, such as rampant today in the Jewish community, that we have a small gene pool.
So in that case, it wouldn't be considered termination, which is forbidden.
Right. Well, there are cases in which termination would be permitted, but generally, as you say, we don't terminate pregnancies, and this would be much, much preferable, because we would be not killing any embryo or not destroying a live human being, but really destroying eggs. And since the halakha is that eggs until 40 days are not considered to be alive, so obviously halachically that's much easier to destroy something in a petri dish than to destroy already a living being inside the uterus.
Now, when questions come from couples who are already after those 40 days, and that's probably maybe one of the most difficult situations, what do you do? What do you explain?
Well, as we heard today in this wonderful conference that we've been attending today, there are many, many things that can be done. Not only terminating a pregnancy, there are many things that can be done in utero, there are many things that can be done right after birth. And as one of the doctors said, I think very correctly, that we used to have a paternalistic approach. This is what should be done. And now it's much more of a learning experience of saying, this is what the situation is, this is what the consequences will be, and working together with couples to come up with solutions. Sometimes termination with halachic guidance, and many times giving birth to a child and being able to treat them either in utero or immediately after birth.
How about the doctors? How do they relate to the fact that I believe in some situations they say, listen, this is dangerous, this is not good, this should be terminated, and then come the rabbis and say, no, that's not what we think?
That's an excellent question, because the relationship between PUA and doctors is really excellent. I think it's really what enables us to do all this work, because over the years, doctors have learned that really PUA works in tandem with the doctors, not against them. And so we all want the same thing. We want to get healthy, happy children. We want to have couples having babies, and we really want the same thing. And so what is important is that to come to a realization, what is the real situation of the children. And many times the rabbis will send a couple to an expert. They'll go for a second opinion. They'll look at other technologies that are available. Maybe in other countries, we just heard today from one of the doctors that he sent a couple to England for a treatment that isn't available in Israel but is available in England. And working together, we come to a realization that couples need to take control and need to get this guidance. And really, when the doctor says something, sometimes couples don't know. When the rabbi comes and agrees with the doctor, and when the doctor and the rabbi come to a consensus, then the couple will definitely do it, and the doctor knows that the couple are doing such a treatment happily and under guidance of the halakha.